The only other problem is it would be recorded with a fucking iPhone.
Oh, shit.
Get after. Don't touch mine.
Dude,
Jesus.
we had 10 hot dogs. I'm on my fourth?
Yeah, we're down to 2 now.
You're on your 6th fucking hot dog.
10 hot dogs in a podcast, my guy.
Shay would be proud.
Welcome to the 146th episode of the Cast That Ends Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is a show where I interview bands and public figures from the mathcore adjacent communities. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, do all the things social. Every little bit it helps. If you'd like to join us every Sunday and Wednesday for the live cast, you can interact with the people in real time by asking, throwing comments and stuff in the chat, or you can just hang out with us. You can subscribe to this channel for just $5. You get some access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and other streaming services, as well as get some exclusive emotes. You can also do that for free by attaching Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. It's like taking $5 from Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it into mine. With that out of the way, let me introduce our guest today, who dropped their debut album, Next Stop Willoughby, last Friday through Been There, Seen That, and Illuminate My Heart Records. Welcome in, Serling. How's it going, guys? Oh, I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Oh, one second. Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
We got 10 dog dick red hot dogs, and we are ready to fucking party, man.
Chris, we didn't even show you before this. So our last interview, we told you they're dog dick red. They really are.
It's pretty fucking red.
Yeah.
They look unappetizing if you're not from here.
Oh, come on. But once you fucking hammer down on one, they got a fucking pop to them that's fucking incredible.
They're country.
What do they dip them in something, right?
I don't know. No one's ever cared.
Yeah, I've never even asked how they get like this. This could be straight off an animal's groin, and I'm eating it.
If anyone in chat knows how they're made, I could throw that in there.
Probably red dye number 4.
Before we get too far, why don't you introduce yourselves? Tell us what you do in the band.
You go first.
I'm Caleb. I do all the vocals, guitar, bass, mixing. The mastering went off to another person, Josh from Crisis Actor. So I sought out extra help to get this thing actually bumping. And that's pretty much all I did.
I'm Brandon. I write all the drums, and I write the lyrics for everything we do.
So you guys started last year with the EP. You were actually on here last year for the EP. It's actually your third appearance, second time as Serling. But since then, you've dropped 2 other releases, a 4-way split with Hopscotch Battle Scars, Killprez, and Clifford Hoyt. I haven't heard of Clifford Hoyt before, but the other 2 are awesome.
Yes.
Clifford Hoyt's like emo violence.
Okay. I hadn't had a chance to check them out yet. I did listen to like y'all's other music on the split, but I didn't have a chance to check out Clifford just yet. But how did y'all hook up with everybody?
So it was you. You've made a lot of connections for us, Chris. I'm going to be completely honest.
Okay.
You had Hopscotch Battle Scars on, and I commented, because I really like Wyatt's drumming. So I commented, is there a drummer out there that's better than Wyatt? Don't think so. And he, Wyatt messaged me after and said, thank you for the kind words. We're thinking about possibly putting together a 4-way split. Would Serling be interested in joining? And I said, yeah. So he already had Clifford Hoyt in mind, but we initially had a different 4th band on there. They ended up having to drop off. And then I eventually suggested, why don't we do Killprez? Because we had been talking a lot with Killprez, really liked Killprez. Wyatt agreed. So it all just kind of came together that way. We just sort of sorted out the details as we went.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. And y'all have like CDs and stuff for that too, right? Or is it just
You gonna talk? You're not eating.
Yeah, we got CDs. I'll go grab one in just a second. But yeah, we got split CDs that are still available. It's pretty ripping.
That's Big Cartel store.
Yeah,
there's a few available. They're almost sold out. So I'd say get one if you haven't yet.
Please.
So what did you say? Been there? Was that Been There, Seen That? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Them and Illuminate My Heart Records is going to put out tapes soon for that too.
Okay.
So
But yeah, so now you're back with your debut album, Next Stop Willoughby. How has your music evolved since the EP?
As far as evolving, it's basically focusing on more popular episodes, I would say, within the EP. Because the EP we originally did, we basically just handpicked our favorite episodes. But we knew that there were a few other episodes out there that I think any other Twilight Zone nerds out there that would definitely be into. And we're happy that all 5 of them noticed. But otherwise than that, we did we really wanted to do a different sort of mastering on the album than we did the EP, just for a sonically sounding difference, which if anyone listens from the EP to the album is going to be noticeable.
I did notice a difference.
So basically just trying to keep a slow upkeep in quality and, an improvement. So even if my bullshit chuggy riffs aren't really changing that much, guess what? They're louder now. That's good. That's helpful. That's all you needed. That's good. So
I think that this is really good. A lot of times these kinds of bands are kind of boring. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of times this type of stuff is boring to me. But this really kept my attention the whole time. It was great. I also liked you do more ambient stuff now, like in the beginning of It's a Good Life, or about halfway into The Silence. There's a lot of it too. Overall, it's awesome. I feel like it's a good leap forward for you guys from the EP. Solid all around. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Question for you, Chris. I would just be curious to know what your favorite track was, if you had one, and it's okay if you say the track that you're on.
I think it was the one right before that one. Actually, I don't remember the names. I guess I could open.
I forget too.
Seth, you asshole.
Seth is in here fucking killing it.
I have to do this now.
What did he say? Eat the whole fucking thing?
He said, bet Brandon can't eat 1 in 2 bites.
You can. You get a deep throat. I've seen it. A Stop at Willoughby.
I'm pretty sure it was that one. There were a couple, like when it started up, like immediately I was just like jamming out to it. So yeah, right, I don't remember song names very well, but
all right, here we go.
Don't bring attention.
No, 2 bites. Let's go.
God.
You got enough ketchup on that fucking piece of shit to fucking slide it down in 1 bite.
It's gonna be great when people just listen to this with no context of the video.
Well, all right, hot dog in 2 bites. Here we go.
God damn.
Wow.
It's like sensory overload all at once.
Here we go. Bite 2. You ready?
Hold on. I'm still chewing.
Jesus fucking
You're an absolute madman. I don't know if I'm real good. But I said
that is quite impressive.
Holly, you can come over. God, no.
Holy shit.
2 bite hot dog eat with a mathcore dab. There it is.
That's so sad.
No feeling.
No chewing.
What do you put on those hot dogs?
Brandon straight up ketchup. I am sriracha, fancy mustard, and raw white onions.
I haven't tried. We were talking about this before, but I hadn't tried sriracha on a hot dog.
It's the best ketchup there is.
I can see it. I can see it. Not completely on board.
All right, whatever. It's fine. Not offended.
This is the most unpleasant hot dog I've ever eaten in my life.
Because it's got ketchup on it, man.
I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. Oh my god.
You all right?
What were you gonna say?
So if I remember correctly, with the writing process, Brandon, you come up with the beats first, right? And then it goes to Caleb. Yeah. So it's still like that then?
Yes.
Okay. So any like change at all in like your writing process for the album?
1 song, yes. The Silence, I did the drums and the guitars.
Okay.
He still did
tell much of a huge difference on that. That's interesting. I figured it would be.
That's because we're
Jarring
really good together.
You are.
Yeah.
God Tits But on a Mouse says LMFAO. That was so hot.
You're so hot.
I
Yeah.
Destroy Fish Stick says which one of those two Serling boys is pantless?
We're not both pantless. We're sorry, Bobby.
This is Bobby from 30
God.
seconds ago. Holly asked,
Absolutely.
That is Bobby.
The
Holly
one
asks
and
if she
only.
could come over. Get some
Yeah, get it. Yeah, I'm in Maine.
Yeah, just hop on
Come
a
on
plane.
flight.
Yeah,
Come on over.
let's go.
But yeah, I couldn't find lyrics on anywhere. So make a Bandcamp and put lyrics on your Bandcamp so I could read that stuff.
Okay, we're in the process of that. I gotta appease Chris. Chris told us before last interview to make a Bandcamp, and I was like, "Oh, but our EP is on Granite Tomb Records Bandcamp," and it still is. And now our full length soon, hopefully by tomorrow, will be on Been There Seen That's Bandcamp. But I need to make our own. Sorry, I'm dealing with a lot.
Well, you figure it out.
My body
right now.
doesn't know how to process
He
what
needs-
I just did
He needs
and
to
went through.
Figure it out.
Put a lot of
I'm
ketchup.
growing up on
Yeah,
the Twitch stream.
Yeah, it's all catch up.
But yeah, no, I mean, just to sort of take a side note, Chris, we need to thank you because thinking of where Serling was before we had our first interview with you to after was like a shift of how we thought about things. You wouldn't think so because we still don't have a Bandcamp or whatnot, but like we just thought of this as like a small niche thing that we were even surprised when you first asked us to come on, to be completely honest.
Oh, come on.
We didn't think we were good enough. Honestly, we're like, I can't believe Chris is asking us to go on the show. But before we even went on, you were talking to us about like, do you guys have this? Do you guys have that? Are you guys working on this? And everything you asked, we were like, no. And you were like, well, you guys should because you're kind of fucking good. And I think you guys could actually like become something.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
think that woke us up because the next day we were literally messaging, like we fixed things on our social media pages. Like we started actually really hunkering down on how could this full length be structured. Like you kind of like lit a fire in us that.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I'm sure you're way.
And I'm being
understating
honest.
that.
Like I'm not just saying this because I'm on your stream. Like you asking those questions and actually showing it. Like you were actually like an inspiration to us. So it's like you helped us take that next step of like we should think of things a little bit differently, and we shouldn't just think yeah, just kind of put our music somewhere and call it good. Like you sort of started that, and it's been well reciprocated across everything that we've done. The mathcore community, just everyone's taken us in. So I agree with Holly. Chris is number one.
Oh, I appreciate that. I don't think I did as much as you're saying, but you
I do.
guys have done pretty well. I was just looking at. I think it was what was it like 1.8K streams on day one, something like that of the album release.
1.8.
Yeah, 1.8K.
We had over 6,000.
Oh, okay. I guess I was looking at something weird. Okay, my bad.
Well, unless I posted something different. We had 6,052. Well, actually, sorry. That was before the end of the day. I hate to sound like I'm just jumbled and like I'm continuing to one up
What
my
are you
numbers.
at right now? What are you at right now? Why don't you tell us that?
We were at 7,075 after
All right.
after our first day. And
Okay,
right
that's what's
now we have received 8,121. And there's one person listening to us they just stopped listening to us. So never mind.
It was like, oh, he's about
Don't blame them. I don't blame
They
them
turned it on
one
and said,
bit.
I'm all set.
Probably just listened for a few seconds, thought
So-
I was out of tune, cut
I
it
mean,
off.
just like, honestly, I never imagined that was possible. But you, Chris, you helped us see that this could be possible. And that's why we are here eating hot dogs, chatting with you.
Dude, hell yeah.
And we didn't give up on our dreams.
That's awesome.
Dude, I still have 3 more hot dogs.
yeah,
after
no,
this.
no, I'm gonna take a
Please
couple.
eat them.
Yeah, okay,
For the love of
I'm on.
God.
Jeez, will you calm down?
Will you eat more hot dogs?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you didn't have the lyrics up, but I could catch bits and pieces of it. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
believe-
no, we're going to post those when I make a Bandcamp.
And I believe that the titles are episode titles also. So you're just like basically doing a synopsis of an episode, or are you like doing like a different like kind of take on an episode's storyline, or?
Yeah, so every single time before we start anything, we think of what episodes we want to choose. And then all the music is original, just completely made up from us. And then the lyrics are literally telling the story of that episode.
Okay.
We are pretending to be the characters. Like the song that you did with us, you were the little boy from the episode It's a Good Life.
I figured that's what it was. Yeah.
So it was
and nailed it.
yeah, you fucking nailed it. Did really good. So
I like the way it's
yeah.
all edited. Edited my.
It was
and stuff.
so
That really
fun.
That was
That
fun.
was the most fun ever. Because you sent me 3 tracks, so I got to choose my own adventure, basically, with your 3 tracks. So I was able to slide some things around and mute this, get this going, and layer things differently. But towards the end, I just put them all on the rest of it, so they're all overlapping. So it's
I really liked it.
I was so stoked. That was definitely a new thing for me to try out, and that was a lot of fun. Probably the most fun I've had on this album, hands down, definitely.
So, what's your favorite episode that you have on? That you talk about on this album?
My favorite episode is A Passage for Trumpet. That's for sure.
Which one is that?
That is the one where it's a trumpet player who's trying to get in on a gig, but he's like a really bad alcoholic. And he is like not allowed in because the guy that comes out to let people in thinks he's on the booze, and he says, "No, I'm not on the booze." So he already grabs his case, and some whiskey bottle falls out, crashes on the floor. Now everyone knows he's full of shit. So then he tries to kill himself. And then in the meantime, there is an angel he talks to, Gabriel, who tells him you still have a choice to make if you'd like to stay or go. And he chooses to stay, and then gets his life around and starts ripping on the fucking trumpet again.
You and I took his question totally differently because I thought he was asking which one is that, like which track it was on the album. And then you started talking about the actual episode. So
No, I meant which episode.
Funny. Okay, it would have been really funny if he was like, which track is that? And you're like, yeah, so the fucking episode.
We're Twilight Zone nerds. Of course
I
we're
know,
going to go.
I know. I just thought it was
It's the one with Adam Warren on it for the question that Brandon thought he heard.
Yeah. My favorite episode is Mr. Garrity and the Graves. It's the second to last song on the album. It's meant to be a sort of more of a funny episode. Like they do have some comical episodes in there, like Mr. Dingle the Strong. This episode is where this guy shows up to a town, and it's a really small town called Happiness, Arizona, and he shows up. They just recently rebranded everything, like they're totally good to go. They used to have so much violence there, this western town, but they're all good. Got rid of all violence because they got a sheriff, and the town's all better now. And all the bad people are like up in the graveyard. They've all deceased, and so this guy, Mr. Garrity, shows up, and they're like, "What do you do for work?" He's like, "Oh, I bring back the dead." And so then they're all like, "Oh," they're kind of creeped out, but they're like, "Can you prove it?" And he proves it with a dog. And then later on, he says he's going to bring back all their loved ones and all the people that used to live there before. And then they start paying him to not bring their loved ones back. And then you find out at the end of the episode that he's actually a con man. He does not bring people back from the dead. He has his buddy go in and scope out towns to see sort of what they think of their dead relatives and loved ones and whatever. And then he goes in to do that because he knows they'll pay him not to bring them back.
That's hilarious.
And then when he leaves,
one,
they do end up coming back to life.
My favorite clip of that episode is the alcoholic zombie that comes out of the grave. And he's literally
drinking today.
I got a lot of drinking to make up on. As he walks back into town, it's fucking incredible.
Dude, I need to watch that show again, man. It's been so long.
Dude, it's
since I've done that at all.
ripping. You're missing out.
It is good. It's really good. Black Mirror is fucking amazing too. I would say it's like the modern version of this. Y'all watch Black Mirror?
I've seen a few episodes.
I got up to the one where the chick is fucking the robot version of her husband that likes to text and drive, and then she fucked him once and then put him up in the attic forever. Felt bad for the robot. Never watched that show ever again.
Oh my god. So you said you sent this off to someone to master. Oh yeah, you said it was who did you say it was again? I'm sorry, you already said
it was Josh Byrd from Crisis Actor. Fantastic band. He moved from New York to Maine, And we've been chatting quite a bit, helping him out, trying to get his studio up and running for Cigarette Bird Sounds. So we could actually try and get something going in Maine a little bit. And I asked him, would you want to try mixing this album for me? Because I can make it louder, but better than what I already envisioned. I'm not that far
I think
ahead
you're
yet.
you're really good at it, and you're just putting yourself down. So there's that.
I will put myself down every day. That's my coffee. But Josh killed it. Absolutely killed it. It was absolutely my vision in the first place to get it going. So he absolutely killed it.
To answer, I see Seth's comment. The vocalist from Crisis Actor, Charles, is featured on the song "The New Exhibit," which if it wasn't for Adam and how heavy he made a passage for trumpet, that song is probably right behind it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite breakdowns in the albums in that song for sure.
Well, next question was actually going to be asking you about all the people that you have guests on here. So who all did you have again?
Some fucking guy named Chris.
Yeah, I hear that dude sucks, so I don't know, man.
No, he's a hunky boy for sure.
You killed it on what we basically considered our interlude track in the middle. Different vibe, but it's fucking
a little bit of variety, a little bit of bass harmonics with a lot of delay and reverb.
We started off the album with Robbie from Heavy Heavy Lolo and Bone Cutter.
Absolute sweetheart.
When I first, just sort of a side note, when I first released the track listing, and I said, what song are you all excited? Every single person commented, can't wait to hear that track with Robbie. I'm so excited to hear your track with Robbie. And I'm thinking, I know it's a narration, kind of like what Rod Serling used to do, which I still love, but I'm thinking immediately like, we might be on the verge of disappointing a lot of people because they're expecting Robbie to be like Robbie typically is on music. And he's about to do a narration to begin our album. And that could upset people. But the reaction we've got in the past 2 days, people really like it. Like people.
So he's the narrator then, obviously. I didn't even notice that was the track that he was on. Okay. I was just about to comment you guys on the narration track too. I thought that was awesome how y'all did a thing.
Yeah, he did.
Robbie Smith, he killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Okay.
He did.
Why did y'all decide
awesome.
to have him be the narrator instead of being on a song screaming?
Because he has a YouTube channel where he literally reads excerpts from You okay, sweet?
I'm good.
And he reads like chapters of like Stephen King books, and just the natural sound of his voice, because he's been at the house a few times, is pretty close to Rod Serling, honestly, and he's very well spoken. So, and the irony of having him on an album but not really be aggressive, just to have him do a spoken word thing, I don't think has really been done. Like a normal room volume spoken word thing hasn't been done in the Heavy Heavy Lolo context, the Bone Cutter context, all that stuff. Even in Downstairs, his project, where he's doing a spoken word, but it's almost singing style. You'd never really hear him talking like this on a project. So through him doing that narration, now you've got the full spectrum of Robbie Smith on everything. So
I didn't know he had a YouTube channel like that. He just reads books?
Yeah, no, Stephen King books. He's a big Stephen King nerd. He's a big Stephen. Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Huh.
I mean, he's working on a movie right now called Grieve. I
knew he had a movie that he was working on.
Yeah, it's called Grieve. It's he's a busy boy. He's a very interesting busy boy.
Before I talk more about the rest of the people, I did want the comments you were about to read. Holly, I'm sorry. I can reassure you, especially Holly. So Serling already has our next 2 releases sort of planned out. We're currently recording one, and then we're sometime after going to go into the next one. I can say for a fact that Holly is going to really like both of them. I could be totally wrong, but I really think that she will.
She will. I just made the connection right now. Yeah, yes, she totally will.
Yes, she will. Because Robbie will have something to do with one of them. I can say that. So, or at least we're hoping. I guess it's a little ways out, so I shouldn't.
I haven't talked to him about it yet, but it's probably
he's going to do it. We're deciding right now. We're deciding for him. Ooh, Unsigned Showcase is here. Hell yeah.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
Yeah. So anyways, I just have to say that for Holly. To answer, I will answer Bobby's one because he asked if he's still a hidden feature. So third track is DB Cooper, Shay Van Dusen, whatever you want to call him. He's on the third track. So we talk about this a lot because Shay absolutely killed it. He couldn't find studio time. So he just messaged me one day. He goes, "Hey, can I just come over and record?" And I'm like, "You're in New York. We're in Maine." He was like, "I just can't find studio time. Can we just pan out a weekend day that I can just come down?" And I said, "If you bring Andrew, yeah." So him and Andrew came down for a weekend. And we were just chilling like normal, talking about music. And I literally just randomly go, "Hey, let's go record your track." And just took him away from what he was doing. We set up right in this room, started playing it. He had the lyrics we wanted written on a piece of paper. And his entire thing that you hear on the album is one take. He
Nice.
just did that. He just did it. And we left his inhales in because it really matches the character that he's portraying from that episode. I would recommend anyone go watch it and sort of see how it matches up. Because he was like, "I think my inhales kind of sound a little hiccupy." And we're like, "Nah, dude, you nailed it." So, but while he was recording, Bobby from 30 Seconds Ago was here too in the other room. And I think Shay was doing he did do some backing screams, and he was just about to do it. And Bobby, not knowing he was recording because there was no sound at the time, kicks open this door behind us and goes, "Hey!" And then Shay starts screaming. And so in the original recording, when we have the bump, 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 bump before Shay begins, you actually heard Bobby's "Hey" in the background. We didn't keep it on the album, but we almost did.
Almost.
It was close.
Would have been a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah.
But seriously, Shay did that. Like what you hear on the album, Shay did that in
With Bobby bursting in, still.
you could have
one
smoked
take.
a cigarette and he finished before you would have finished a cigarette. Like he just did it, and we just went back to letting him drink and eat hot dogs.
We drank and ate hot dogs and set up my 7-foot beanbag and watched Mars Attacks until we passed out.
Nice. 7
And Andrew
foot
helped with his
beanbag. What the
plumbing.
fuck? Like 7 foot high? What are we talking about?
Well, it's
Oh, 7 foot
big-
long. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I wish it was 7 foot high. That'd be fucking
That'd be crazy.
tight.
How does that even?
You'd suffocate in that thing. That'd be awesome.
Okay, who else?
So then you had Unworthy.
So we had Charles. What?
Who's
Oh.
Unworthy?
So that is Adam Warren from Oceano's like hip hop related project. So I just sort of give people backstory. So I have idolized Adam since I was like 12, 30 now. It's more than half my life. He has a Twitch stream, and one day he was doing song requests. So I watch the stream often. So I was like, I'm going to put Death's Head Revisited by my band in there. Just kind of do some promotion. Maybe some people in the chat will like us. I do that on Twitch sometime. That's how I've gotten in with Hardcore Keem a lot too. And so I played it, and Adam just went nuts during it. He loved it, the beginning breakdown. So I asked in the chat, I was like, "Hey, would you ever do a feature with a band like this?" And he goes, my username is BDowdy207. He goes, "BDowdy, is this your band?" And I'm immediately embarrassed. I'm like, shit. He found me out. So I was like, "Yes, it's my band." And he goes, "I normally charge, but this shit's really good, guys. I'll do this for free."
Dude, hell yeah, that's awesome.
And I go, "Are you fucking serious?" This guy's like my idol. Just him liking my song was good enough. So that just took it up a notch. And so, yeah, we got together. I sent him the lyrics. And then one day he messages me. He goes, "Hey, you mind if I record my vocal tracks on my Twitch stream tonight for everyone?" I was like, "Yes, you can. Absolutely." I'm not going to say no. So he did that. And then afterwards, when I was putting everything together, he was like, "I'm sure you guys want to tag me with Oceano, but on streaming, can you please tag my my hip hop sort of side project? I really want more music that I'm doing solo to be associated with my solo act." He goes, "Whether it's heavy hip hop, I don't care, but I want people to know me for more than just Oceano, because I do a lot more than just Oceano," was his reasoning. And I said, "That's fair. Absolutely." So when you see on streaming featuring Unworthy, it's Adam Warren's solo project.
Okay. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
And then Charles from Crisis Actor was literally, this is not any of his fault. It was a last minute thing because we had someone else planned for that song who just totally bailed on us. And
that sucks.
So then while we're getting ready to send everything off to Josh, Crisis Actor, Caleb actually hit me up. He was like, hey, you mind if I think Charles could do the feature for this song? I was like, yeah. And he pulled it together very quickly because he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, within
absolutely
a couple of days, and that's the track we got.
I've been holding this for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, have at it. And he sent me 2 tracks, and they're both amazing. One's wet, one's dry, and I just mixed them up, kind of like what I did with yours. So yours was great practice for that, and I think it came out incredible.
I'm also...
Yeah, you doing good? He's doing great. But yeah, no, the
That's everyone.
Crisis Actor dudes came out great.
Nice. Do you prefer those vocals wet or dry?
I prefer, I need them both. I would like the vision of the other person as well as a dry version for any other quick vocals that are happening, just to get those syllables in there. And then if there's any drawn out things, I'm cutting out the dry and just doing the wet just to get that nice reverb sound going.
Okay.
So that's one thing I concentrate on.
You didn't ask about this, but also on the split that you mentioned, we have Seth from Weston Supermame on one of the tracks.
Oh, is he? That's awesome.
I don't know if you were going to ask about this, but I just have to give him a shout out. If he's still in the chat, if he left, I understand. But
oh, I see it now. Okay. I just kind of like listened through the split, didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it. I paid more attention to the album. So I'm glad you actually mentioned that because I wasn't going to say anything about that. So
we have been talking with him about a feature for a little bit, and then I was like, we got the song, man, and I think you would be so great over this heavy ass section. And Wyatt from Hopscotch Battle Scars kept saying in our group chat after we sent that song, he was like, I can't stop listening to Seth's part and screaming, you stuck out my tongue, you fuck. It was so good.
He's in chat saying going to get hot dogs now. You have a good
Get after it.
That's a smart move.
Get after it.
Let's see here. So you have artwork done by Early Art. We got it up on stream now. Pretty straightforward. I guess just this is the what do you call it? What does he say in the beginning? The different dimension or whatever.
Not only of sight and sound, but of mind.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So this is the different dimension then, I guess.
Yeah, I literally just told Corey, like, it's Twilight Zone related. So, just kind of have freedom, like, and he just said he was going to go look at some episodes and intros and sort of get some inspiration. And I think he killed it. I think he did a really good job.
Amazing job.
We've had some people on
really
YouTube.
Like the librarian episode. What is it? Time at Last or whatever? Because he's got the glasses everywhere and the book all torn up and stuff like that.
That was our most popular song at the time that we asked him to do this. So I think that
that's one of the best episodes. So yeah, there you go.
It really is.
Henry Beemeth.
No, we've had people on YouTube say, because this YouTube page Slaughtered put up our album as well as our own, and we've had people commenting saying, like, I started listening because the album art was sick, and I stayed because the band ended up being sick. So I was like, thank you. Thank you, Corey, for drawing people in.
Is the character that's in like the doorway or whatever, is that a reference I'm missing? Or is that just like Corey doing his thing?
In my mind, I think it's the dude from the Mouth Breather album.
Okay.
Which makes me very happy. But I don't think that was intentional. But I think that's, I'm sorry, Mr. Salesman's cousin in the doorway. So that's what I'm going with that. But I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because there is actually an episode where this guy's electronics like come back to like try to kill him. So you could see that in the TV. The doorway man, I just always thought it was a creepy thing he did that was neat. But yep. I see what you did.
Yeah, no, it's just that. Mouth Breather dude saying hi.
Just came by to say hi.
Yeah, just came by to say hello. What's up, guys?
It's awesome. Holly says, do you guys make your guest vocalists and artists have an understanding of the Twilight series?
I guess you could answer that, Chris, since you worked with us.
I mean, I knew what it was about and stuff like that.
Well, honestly, we tell, like, I give like a baseline of lyrics, and I tell people like you can do whatever you want with these. You can change them up. I just sort of create it from the story, and you make it fit however you want. I tell people the episode and recommend they check it out, but I don't make anyone watch anything. It's sort of like, if you just want to do this musically and not watch it, that's fine. Seth actually ended up going and watching the episode that he did. So he could get a better understanding of the dummy character that he was portraying, which I thought was sick. It's Team Edwards.
I'm Team Edward ever since the Lighthouse. Absolutely. I heard you were fond of me, lobster.
Lethal Papercut says, have you gone over which member does what in the band? Yeah, Brandon's the drummer and Caleb does guitars.
Yep. Guitars, vocals, mixing, and Brandon also does the lyrics as well.
Right.
Yes.
God Tits says, I definitely watched the dummy episode before I record.
Good.
There we go.
You did.
That's awesome.
A nice understanding. So let's see here. You also did some cool lyric videos and stuff like that. Y'all should do some live videos. When are we getting live videos? Have you guys like acting out the episodes or something like that? Is that something like in your heads or?
If there's one episode that has a really curvy, grassy yard.
What?
Is there a lawn mowing episode? We could both mow our lawns.
The episode where I could be spacing, the episode where his electronics and like items around his house come back to life. Did his lawnmower come back to life in that at all?
Why does it have to have a lawnmower in it? I don't understand.
Because
all the items in his house were trying to kill him. They like came to life.
Well, no, like y'all are like really hyper focusing on a lawnmower. I don't
because
understand.
we're trying to mow our lawns. We need to mow our lawns.
I just bought a house. I mowed my lawn once. I sweat so much.
So us eating hot
thing.
dogs, mowing lawns, and I'm like pushing a lawnmower with my Stramberg on me, trying to play it at the same time. I think could be a neat video. But the only other problem is it would be recorded with a fucking iPhone.
Oh, shit.
Get after. Don't touch mine,
Dude. Jeez. We had 10 hot dogs. I'm on my fourth.
Yeah, we're down to 2 now.
You're on your 6th fucking hot dog.
10 hot dogs in a podcast, my guy.
Shay would be proud. So we go through a buddy who has a YouTube channel called Randiness. He does our lyric videos. We had not really talked otherwise about, our buddy actually might come to the show that you're going to play here on July 17th, and he might do a live set sort of music video, like put it together after. Are you so you record when you tour, you record bands sometimes. Are you planning to do that here? Because if so,
put you up on the story
out.
and stuff. If you have someone doing professional recording of your stuff, I don't know if I would. I probably should record the song and put it up on the YouTube. I've been doing that recently. Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's been awesome.
Holly's gonna film it when she flies to Maine.
That's good.
I'm very excited. Now we have someone who said vocal feature from Brett or Derek from, and then it's just all stars.
Mouth breather. I don't know why that's stars.
Oh, that would be.
Twitch takes offense to mouth breather.
That's so weird.
You can't say that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Every artist that I am inspired by, I plan to hit up at some point. There's 156 Twilight Zone episodes. We got a ways to go.
Right.
we got a lot more features coming in.
Or Tyler Tremblay would be cool.
Tyler is fucking sick.
Tyler is so sick. Needle play is one of the greatest things ever. And then we got all stars with a question mark.
I get it.
It says stars? Does it really? It's really say stars on your
It's just stars.
That's weird. It's mouth breather with a space in between each letter. Really?
That's fucking incredible.
Twitch
I've never even seen like stars in a Twitch chat before. So what you're telling me is really
I understand the band Meth being censored, but mouth breather with everything spaced out with a question mark?
That's
God
wild.
Yeah, it's all stars, dude. That's incredible.
So sorry. I don't know why Twitch hates them. I don't know.
So you said you have releases planned, and you have a release plan for like the end of the year, even and stuff like.
Yeah.
Can you give us any kind of insight on what's going to be happening, or are you trying to keep all that a secret?
What I can say is, should I say like when we might have it out? You think that would be appropriate, or do you not want me to do that?
I wouldn't say when.
We are working. The next thing we're going to release, I can say it's going to be an EP.
There's so much catch up on that.
I fucking love it. I'm so full right now.
Oh my
and it's going to be something that we haven't seen done in the mathcore community. That's not to say we're like uber original, but it's something that I wish we could see a little more of. And so I hope that us and the people we're going to work with on this can sort of start something that could end up being really cool.
Okay.
But
you got
yes,
me really intrigued now.
Before the end of the year, it will be out. We can say that for sure. I'm going to say that for certain.
Can you say
is that okay?
Oh, I guess you can't say.
It's mostly false on.
I gotcha. Keep it secret.
I'll get my part done. Definitely before the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a full-on collaboration.
It's going to be neat. Holly's going to love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So two bands joining forces to create one thing.
Oh, really? So this is gonna be like a what do you call those? Band or no?
Not a split. It's not like, oh, you make two track. Nope.
Yeah.
Two bands are responsible for writing every
super
song.
group.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a super group.
So it's a super group EP basically. So
kind of like a boy band. We'll be a boy band.
Yeah.
A mathcore boy band.
So it's just
that's what we're starting.
Two bands combining both of their influences, everything. Everyone's doing their part. Everyone has a say. Kind of thing.
Interesting. Alrighty.
Yeah,
really looking forward to that.
Napkins. We should have bought napkins.
What you got catchy on your fingies?
Yeah. I've had catchy on my fingies. I'm just kind of sitting there like that.
Towel, pumpkin.
The other band is stained.
The other band is stained. I fucking wish.
So I saw that you guys were playing a show. We're going to play a show, but you ended up not playing a show. So y'all are like, I mean, obviously we have one scheduled for July 17th, which is going to be fucking sick. If anyone's in the area, you should come out. But are y'all planning on like going on tours and stuff like that?
Eventually. We need to write 6 more albums first. No, I'm kidding. It's sort of like where we are, where I am in life, I guess. I can put all the blame on me. Caleb could do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, if he wanted to. It's a little more the fact that I have a 1-year-old. And so that's just sort of making my life, that's the priority of my life, is what I should say right now. So as she continues to grow up, I think, I mean, within the next year or so, I would say you might start to see some more from us.
But at least going to do like local shows and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that's definitely more doable. But I would say if Caleb does not get sick of me and kick me out and make this a one-man project anytime, then we could eventually do a little something. But Brandon, imagine what the chicken tenders in Rhode Island taste like. I know. I want to find out.
Are they supposed to be bad or something? I don't know.
I gotta find out.
Okay.
Brandon only eats 3 or 4 types of food, and chicken tenders is right at the top of his food pyramid there. So if chicken tenders from a different state,
you'd start a YouTube channel where you review all the chicken tenders.
Side note, dude, I'm so fucking full. Side note, I want to start a reaction channel. Tell me what you think of this. A reaction channel where like all the still images of my videos are like, like I'm really surprised, but the entire reaction video is me completely stone faced. I'm not saying anything. I'm literally just, and then it ends. And every single time when it ends, I just go, okay. And I send the video. That's it. That's every single reaction.
The
thumbnail is me like, but the whole video is me completely stone faced.
She died 4 times.
Just looking unimpressed. Like, I want to do that, but I don't have time or editing skills.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Lethal Paper Cut in chat says that they've considered doing that too. They might beat you to it.
After
Lethal Paper Cut is the guy from Unsigned Showcase. He does a lot of really great work promoting bands. I have to give him a shout out.
Yeah, he's awesome. Awesome.
Go check out Unsigned Showcase on YouTube. Seriously, we've been featured on there a few times, and it's just Anyone that
I
does
have
any
too. I've been on there
touring
too. It's great. He's awesome. So you have all I saw for merch was just shirts at been there, seen that .bigcartel.com. Do you have any other kind of merch running around? Because the tapes are all sold out, CDs are sold out. That was it, right?
We still have a what's it called?
Teespring.
Teespring. We have a Teespring, but we haven't updated it since when we had our first interview with you. We had just created it, and we haven't updated it since. So if you go on Teespring and search for Serling, you'll find us. I remember we talked about this because we set the price of everything so that we would make a penny. So it could be the absolute lowest. You had such a good pun when we did that. Caleb said something like, we don't even make a penny off this. And then you come back with, no, you literally make a penny. And I was like, yeah, that's true. So we have a Teespring out there, but nothing else right now. Maybe when I set up a band camp, we'll do something.
Well, any other plans to put out like vinyl or anything like that?
I wish.
Yes.
I wish.
We have I don't know if I can talk too much about it right now, but I'll just talk about it, and if the universe takes it away, whatever. We were working with someone who really loved our EP. That's how they discovered us. And he wants to put it out on Lav Cut as like a 1 year anniversary around like August time.
Okay.
So we could be starting that. That would be a very limited run. And once those are out, they're gone. But no plans for vinyl right now. I mean, we're signed now with Ben. They're seeing that, and he only does CDs. So if we ever did vinyl, we'd have to work with someone else. But no plans as of right now, other than the Lav Cut if it does end up going through, which I hope it does.
Oh yeah. So let's finish this up, I guess, with your album of the year so far.
We did it.
Ate all the hot dogs. How many hot dogs was that?
There was 10.
10. Jesus
We're
Christ.
breathing. We are breathing.
Fuck.
We're breathing. We're doing great. We wanted to get 10 done.
Did y'all
You
do
all right?
5
You did-
each, or did one of y'all do
No,
6?
he ate 6.
I ate 6. I guess I ate 6.
I would have eaten 5 if Seth hadn't been like, hey, why don't you deep throat that hot dog?
I mean, that's not the fattest thing I ever done. The fattest thing I ever did was when I won a food challenge without knowing it was a food challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Cheers in Boston after being with my wife and her friend walking around the Freedom Trail doing all this bullshit. I haven't eaten all day. I'm all pissed off. So we get to Cheers and they have the Norm Burger, which apparently is 4 patties with kebab sticks through it. So it's like this giant thing. So I order this whatever. And I pull the things out, I squash that bitch down, and I just wolf it down and eat all the waffle fries. And the lady comes back to bring me ask if I needed a refill for my beer. And she goes, oh, I'll be back with your certificate. Did you need another beer? And I go, my certificate? Fucking what? She hands me a certificate that I have completed a food challenge, and I had no fucking idea. So me eating 6 hot dogs in a podcast ain't shit compared to that.
Holy shit.
Did you get it for free, the hamburger and stuff?
No, I still had to pay
You had
for
to
it.
pay for it? What the fuck do you want?
I still fucked it up, though. It's
Holy
fine.
shit. I just got ketchup in my eye because I wiped my finger with that.
Yeah, but I mean, 6 hot dogs, that ain't shit. That ain't shit.
Holy shit.
Do you like have it framed, the certificate? Do you have it framed somewhere? Or do you
I had it on my fridge like a big boy for like 6 months, and then I put that shit down as soon as I had guests over.
That's fucking awesome.
He asked your album of the year.
Oh, my album of the year. Oh, Christ. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but the Chat Pile album coming out in July 29th or something like that is probably going to be my album.
I didn't even know they were doing a thing. I got to look at that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Chat Pile. Yeah, I'm really anticipating that.
Should my album of the year also be one that hasn't dropped yet?
Sure, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Sound That Ends Creation album that comes out later this year. Are you dropping an album this year?
I think it's going to be an EP. We'll see what happens, though.
Okay, I'll take it. The new Animals as Leaders album.
They're doing a thing too. What the fuck? How am I missing this stuff? Did it
They're,
already
they're
come out?
that released.
You didn't
That
know they
released.
dropped an album?
What the fuck?
It was in like February.
Yeah, they actually got a little bit messy on one album. You get it's not, there's one breakdown in particular that's not so precise. There's some ring out strings, there's some, actual feedback in there.
Oh, the one that's like down, down, down.
Yeah.
Such a good album. The whole thing. I mean, I love the work they do anyways, but this whole new album is just, it's fucking sick. It flows really well. It's making me sweat.
Yeah, it could be the
He
ketchup.
only had 4 too. Like Caleb had 6 of these things.
Yeah, he only had 4, and it's ketchup. It's the ketchup that's
And
doing
tomorrow's
it.
Memorial Day. I'm going to a barbecue. I have more hot dogs coming.
Dude, I'm going I'm going to
excited.
my brother's house for smoking food. I grabbed fucking White Castle sliders to put in the smoker. The fucking frozen ones with the bread and everything. I'm just gonna place them bitches right in the smoker and then eat them and throw up. It's gonna be awesome.
Would he grill some Little Caesars pizza for me?
We're gonna throw them in the smoker.
Nice.
Yeah, smoking already made pizza.
Does he do ribs?
Yeah,
Chris, do you like ribs?
Ribs are good. They are tasty.
he's from Texas.
He's from Texas.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dang old
Yeah.
It's
man.
like all we eat. Ride
He has a
horses and
smoker
eat
in his bedroom. That's why he has a fan
It is
going.
my bed. My bed is the smoker.
Relax.
He's got a Sweet Baby Ray's pillow.
That's good. I like that.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to say before we head on out?
Well, we gave Corey his shout out.
Dog dick red hot dogs.
Dog dick bread hot
Dog
dogs.
dick
Really
red
good.
hot dog.
Dog
We
dick
did it.
red hot dog.
I want to make sure we didn't miss anyone that we. Oh God, Bobby.
Oh,
what?
Bobby
Bobby
has a
has a
question before you
question.
go. What's up, Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be serious and good. Oh
Ask
my
Brandon
God.
if he can give me a ride from Wells to Fort Kent. Is it weird?
All right, I need to tell this story now. So, so I was hanging out with a buddy one day, and Bobby texted me, and he goes, "Hey, can I ask you?" He said, "Azra, can I ask you for a favor? Can I ask you a question?" We grew up with people that never had their license, and so they were always asking for rides and stuff. So my first thought is Bobby's about to ask for a ride. And I was going home soon. I lived multiple towns away. I didn't want to give him a ride. Now, granted, Bobby had his license, had a car. So why this came to my mind, I don't know. But I told my buddy, I was like, I'm not going to respond to Bobby. He's going to ask for a ride or something. I got to go. I don't want to give him a ride. So I ignored him. It ended up being actually kind of a serious question. So I feel bad. But later on, my buddy, who I thought would keep this a secret, told Bobby that I was going to ask him or I thought he was going to ask for a ride. So Bobby then the next day messages me. Fort Kent is at the very top of Maine. Wells is at the very bottom of Maine.
Okay.
And they're Maine's long. It's deceivingly long. How long do you think those are apart? If you drove from tip to
6
tip?
hours,
It's
6,
gotta be
7
more
hours.
than that. It's gonna be 8.
What?
Well, I've
Really?
never-
It's
In Maine? I was
Yes.
expecting maybe 2 hours to cross the state. That's wild.
No, it's 2 hours to
It's-
Bangor.
That's
It's seriously,
wild.
it's a long way.
Yeah.
So he messaged me. He goes, "Hey, I got soccer practice." He doesn't play soccer in Fort Kent. I'm in Wells right now. Can you give me a ride? I'm gonna be there in 20 minutes. So yeah, I just felt like an idiot. So we have that joke with each other. Who is the most exciting band in mathcore right now? That's a good question.
Oh my god. I always forget the fucking name. Black Matter Device. There you go. That's album of the year so far. They're fucking great.
Yeah, that album just came out. Yeah, Black Matter Device is pretty up there.
Stained.
Yes,
Fucking Bobby.
No, it's Trapped. It's Trapped.
It's Trapped.
Holly's true. Holly's right. There is a lot of really good bands. The
Yeah.
most exciting, right now for me, I think when Callous Dowboys released their new song, that got me pretty hyped.
Dude, are they going to
What-
release an album this year? What the fuck is happening? Come on.
I hope so, because that
It's been
video
so
was really
long.
good.
Jesus Christ.
They're probably waiting on vinyl. Vinyl's
You
so
had them
fucked
featured
up
on
right
your. You should have asked. You should have been like, hey, while I have you on my album, are you going to release an album?
Dude, I asked him. He said it was going to be, I think, end of last year. And then he's just telling me it's going to be like in February or something this year. And yeah, no idea.
Probably vinyl production.
Yeah,
fucking
probably.
Who are they
Although I
signed
think
by
they've
again?
had it done for a long time. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Well, they rip, and
Yeah, it'd be sick to
they're just
hear that
gonna.
stuff.
I mean that new song was pretty hyped. It got a lot of streams in a quick amount of time, and deservedly so. So I mean, does Stain have anything in the works? Oh, God, I hope so. I hope so.
I feel like they're still a band, so maybe they do. Who knows?
Oh, you didn't answer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did
I
you?
mean, when it comes to
You said
I,
chat pile.
chat pile, I don't think they're mathcore though. I don't know. I'm still stuck on Death Goals. Basically, I can't get over Death Goals.
Death Goals is fucking sick.
So I mean, I'm a little slow. I still got some stuff to keep up on.
They are a band. They are the band. I mean, yeah. So, Chris, I did want to ask you a question before we go. We had a buddy of ours listen to our stuff, and they go, so, you guys kind of have some deathcore-ish vibes mixed with some math. Are you guys like the first math death band? Or would you call it death math? And I go, either is sick. So do you think we are the first groundbreaking math death band, or is that Stained?
it's probably Stained. But no, I feel like that's like an interesting direction that some bands have taken. The Sleep Sculptor is I would say like deathcore, math or mathcore stuff. You guys are definitely in that area too. So yeah, death math, I guess is a good way to say it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
death math. Dying math.
I think we're hot dog ska.
That's DB Cooper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If I could tour with any band in the world, it's DB Cooper.
Yeah.
Any band from the past that's ever existed, they're it.
Yeah.
I just had to put that out there.
Alrighty, well,
Stained Cooper.
gonna head out to the outro unless you had something else you wanted to bring up.
You drunk?
I got one beer left.
All right. No, I think we're good.
Alrighty. Well, if you're looking for some nasty heavy mathcore, you gotta check out Next Stop Will Be, the debut album from Serling, which came out last Friday through Been There, Seen That, and Illuminate My Heart Records. Y'all are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all streaming platforms. Am I missing any? Oh yeah, you had the Teespring. Then there's
Teespring,
Been There,
yeah.
Seen That.bigcartel.com. Any other like social media stuff, websites you want to send people to?
Depending on when people are listening to this, I mean, really just we have our shirts up on the Been There, Seen That Big Cartel until this coming Friday, which I believe is June 3rd. So they're up there until then if anyone wants to snag one.
If we eat 10 more hot dogs, we could probably start an OnlyFans.
You think? Serling might start an OnlyFans.
Two men
depending on-
trying to eat more hot dogs. I mean, someone's gonna pay for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
What about TikTok?
Oh, he's like, here's my last bag. Will you eat them together?
No, a lot of bands are doing TikTok now. You guys have a TikTok?
I'm old.
We are not on. We're not even on Bandcamp. No, we're not on TikTok.
True.
We'll be on Bandcamp soon, I promise.
Guy couldn't tell you.
Only
It says
dogs.
only dogs. I like it.
That's good.
And my TikTok would be boring. I rewired a cab from 8 ohms into 16 ohms. Follow me for more neat stuff.
You know,
I
you
got
make fun
nothing.
of it, but there's probably an audience for that, honestly.
Oh, series to parallel. Love you.
As for me, drop my channel, follow so you always know when I go live. You can also sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube, as well as get some exclusive emotes. That is not the right thing that I just copy pasted in the chat, but there we go.
We're going live in a few minutes, everyone.
I thought I had the emotes copied on that.
This was just the beginning.
I'll throw in a few emotes.
You can also sub for free by attaching Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube folks, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, tickle the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. You can check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation. That's creation.bandcamp.com. My next guest is Silithist, who dropped their debut EP, Some Will See Your Light as a Curse, back in March. Join us this Wednesday, the 1st at 7 p.m. Central for the live cast. Thanks for being here, guys. Hope you had a good time.
We love you immensely.
Thank you so much
I
for
love
having
you guys
us.
too. And
Appreciate
thank
it.
you guys for watching.
We